this is Tim Calling, coming at you from Senior Leads Boost with another Tips Tuesday video. In this week's video, we're going to talk about reviews management. So here goes. So first of all, what's the point? What are the goals of reviews management? Well, number one is to rank better in search results. In other words, to be found, hopefully, on the first page of local search results. Also, to give you a competitive advantage, because when you have a great reviews history in Google reviews, you'll be more likely to stand out from the competition and be chosen. So those are the two main goals, really. So, first of all, what do? Well, you basically ask anyone who would speak well of you for a Google review. Ask them persistently and politely, and make it easy for them to do it. You don't want to make it hard for them to figure out how to do it. Then when they do leave you a review, you want to make sure that you thank them for it and acknowledge it. And you can also show off the reviews on your website or on social media so that they do even more of a good job of helping you show up well for possible new clients so that they choose you. Now, this is an important topic. Does it matter where people leave you reviews? And the answer is yes, it does. Google, this is my assertion, my assessment, Google is really the only one worth pursuing, Google reviews. Now why? Well, because Google reviews are the only ones that impact, number one, how you rank in search results, and number two, how you will be able to stand out in local search results. Facebook reviews, they don't matter. Nobody even really pays attention to them anymore. And in fact, I'm encouraging clients more and more to just hide their Facebook reviews page. That's an option. You can decide on your Facebook page, because there's a growing problem with scam artists leaving phony reviews that have nothing to do with the page that they're being left on, but rather they are promoting some cheesy phony cyber currency website. And Yelp reviews, which are the other ones that could matter, they kind of matter a little bit if somebody bothers to look at Yelp, but the problem is Yelp is terrible to deal with. They are bullies. They basically will more than likely hide any favorable reviews that you get, and more than likely display any negative ones that you get. Now, who knows why they do it that way? Some people speculate that that's because they want to trick you into thinking that if you pay for advertising, that'll somehow help you. It won't. Basically, it's a waste of money to advertise on Yelp for senior care type businesses, and it won't make any difference. They still will show all of your negative reviews, and they still will probably not show favorable reviews. Now, who should you ask for reviews? Well, the simple answer is anybody who will speak well about you. So that could be your current and former clients and their family members. It could be your referral sources. It could be coworkers if you're still working another job full-time and starting up your business as a side gig. You can ask friends and family, really anybody who would say nice things about you in a review. One thing to think about, though, I encourage you to consider not asking current or former employees for reviews. Now, you might wonder, well, why is that? Well, apart from a couple of other issues that might come up, the problem is that with employees, let's just be honest, with employees, everything's great until it's not. So if they decide that they don't like you anymore, they can go back and revise the review and make it negative. They could get their friends and family to leave you negative reviews also. And it's just more likely to happen with disgruntled employees, in most cases, than with dissatisfied clients or residents. Finally, what can you do when somebody leaves you a negative review? Well, first of all, everybody eventually gets a negative review. So don't worry. It will happen, but the best thing to do is to get a lot of positive reviews to overwhelm and kind of hide or stack on top of the negative ones. They might come from dissatisfied clients or residents. They might come from disgruntled employees. Could even come from competitors. Malicious competitors can leave you negative reviews and get away with it. There's also a little bit of a problem with black hat people out there kind of doing a blackmail kind of an arrangement where they will get a bunch of people to leave you negative reviews, and then they will try to get you to pay them to remove them or to revise them. So what do you do if you get a negative review, assuming you're not the victim of like an attack with a bunch of negative reviews from somebody that is trying to blackmail you? Well, first of all, if it's a legitimate, discontented or dissatisfied person, reach out to them. Try to work out a solution to whatever the problem was. Sometimes that will work, and sometimes, if it does, you can get them to change their review. I've seen it happen. If that's not possible, go ahead and respond to it. Just like you would to your favorable reviews, it's always important to also respond publicly to the negative reviews in a measured, professional way. I recommend saying something along the lines of, it's always our goal to produce 100% satisfaction. We obviously did not achieve that in this case, and we encourage you to reach out to us so that we can try to address your concerns. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, consumers, when they look at your review history, they will look to see whether you've been responding to reviews, both negative and positive ones. And if you don't review to anybody but the negative ones, well, that doesn't look good. And if you respond to all of the favorable ones but not to the negative ones, that looks bad. So respond, but do it in a measured and unemotional way. One of the problems I see sometimes is that business owners naturally are very protective of their reputation and their business, and they sometimes respond in an emotional, defensive manner, and that's not a good idea. It's not a good look, so don't do that. Finally, you can appeal to Google. There's a way to do it. It's a little bit kind of hard to find, but there's a way to do it. And the way that it works is that quite often they will deny your appeal, and then you can appeal the denial, and they will very likely once again deny your appeal of the appeal. And there's still another way that you can go past that if you need to try to appeal the appeal of the appeal. It sounds silly, but sometimes you can get it to work. If you are receiving a blizzard of negative reviews as part of a blackmail scheme or as part of a scheme from malicious competitors, then these appeal processes can work quite well. It just takes a while for them to work, unfortunately. And that's it. So when it comes to reviews, remember, focus on getting Google reviews. Ask people that you think would be able to say nice things about you, whether you've done business with them or not, and respond to all of your reviews. And don't waste time on anything besides Google reviews. And that's today's tip. I hope that this is helpful. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.